typically I use the whole bucket, you know, get the actual car wash solution, everything. But as you can see, keeping it in the car, in the garage, pretty much keeps it clean for the most part. Took it out when it was raining, so being ceramic coated really just kind of maintains itself, you know. So what I'm gonna do today is just take it to the car wash, rinse it off, give it a good rinse, and kind of give you all a slight review, walk around, and some techniques or whatever. Got this carbon fiber lip right here that I need to try to put on. Just moving from the Baltimore area to Austin, I really don't have my tools yet. So we'll figure it out. Go for a little spin. From one of my previous videos, and mind you, this is just kind of like one of my first videos here. I'm gonna try to start dabbling in YouTube content. Hardwire over there, press the button, mute button when needed, been on all my cars. But like I said, I'm gonna just start trying like video editing, try to give you some content. Back when before I had this car, I would try to look on YouTube to get a lot of information, but the content wasn't there, so maybe this will help somebody out. If you need something, let me know. Be happy to do an in-depth video by request or whatever. And yeah, off to the car. This dumbass right here keeps trying to pass me, but people are turning. Be alright, bro. You'll get the way you need to go where the fuck I'm going, to the car wash, because I need some help. Oh shit, I just passed it. God damn. Alright, gotta make a U-turn. Alright, let's try this again. Glad I didn't put product on it. So being in corporate housing right now in an apartment, I don't have access to a hose. So what I'll do is wash the car, drive around the corner. It's about maybe a quarter mile away, and just rinse it off since there's no bucket washing. Respect to the owner, so I won't do that. But this time, like I've done before, I gotta wait. So here we are waiting. It's all good. Now we cooking. people don't really like to drive off and let it dry a bit. This has been my technique for years. I'm a bit against the grain, unconventional on some aspects of detailing my car, but it works, right? Especially with this paint. Okay, that's why you got a hanging bumper now. Anywho, having a ceramic coat really makes it easy. It just rolls right off. By the time I get to the back to the apartment about a quarter mile away, a lot of it already be gone. So see it rolling off right now. If you don't have a ceramic coat on your car, I highly advise to invest, whether you do it yourself properly after correction or you know, do it yourself like how I did. It makes your life a lot easier. So I mean, this was less than 2 minutes for a car wash and worked out. So this is how it looks before actually drying it off. This is a quarter mile left. You know, just a quick wash, quick run, quick dry, air dry, and a lot of it really doesn't even need to be touched. See, the side panel is completely dry, virtually dry. But yeah, so it's what I've always used. You can get this at Costco or Sam's Club. I've gotten Sam's Club first, but they're both pretty good. I used to really use this to dry it all the time, but not now so much since the ceramic coat. Now I went ahead and invested in a nice quality drying towel, very plush, microfiber, and this is from Chemical Guys. Works out pretty well. And I'm gonna shut this, just show you how to use it. Maybe we should do, we'll do the back. So it's a bit of beating, right, for the leftover. Basically, you just take this, lay it straight, and this is easier with 2 hands, of course. Just pat it. Got to get all the excess, and you don't apply any pressure with this. There's no reason to. The car is already clean, and it should be. You just kind of like drag it. I know this might be elementary to some, but just kind of giving you some insight of the maintenance I take care of on my car. And now that panel's dry, and it's not a hard concept. And I'm gonna just be back after I do the whole car here. And then you can see the top is pretty much dry as well. Be back. Quick dry is complete. Still a few places that are wet, but that's fine. It wasn't supposed to be an in-depth wash by any means. Just a quick one. And you can definitely do quick washes with, as mentioned, the aforesaid ceramic coating. Went ahead and coated this right here with dark vinyl. It definitely gives it a different aesthetic. It's a little nicer, in my opinion. Love the black chrome that used to be on the Lexuses starting in the 90s. But that's a little bit of a rant. But yeah, like I said, it's not perfect, but it does the job. So some of the things that I've done, I have Lumar CTX ceramic coat on there. Previous owner had the NVIDIA axle-back exhaust system. That wasn't my first choice, but I'm pretty satisfied with, you know, having this now. Very exotic tone, not over the top. More power to, you know, Boiler and everyone else, but if you want something subtle with just a little bit more roar, it's good around the city and comes alive when you open up the throttle. Let's see, I already mentioned the ceramic coating about 15,000 times. Let's see what else I did. Mentioned the radar detector hardwire. That was my first edit. Don't really want to call that a mod, but Carbon fiber elbow here, and I gotta look into this. The hose is a little short for no reason, keeps popping off, but I'll figure that out. And the RR Racing heat shield here, and look at the craftsmanship. I'm talking about the cut. RR, you're great, Rafi. This is a wonderful product, but don't like to toot my own horn, but I installed this when I was drunk. Cut this with scissors and a knife, and damn near perfect. I had to get the red interior, and of course this is the performance package with the torque vectoring differential. Mixed reviews on it from other people. I love it. I love the technology aspect of it. I'm a sucker for precision. So yeah. So a little bit of background on why I chose the RCF. When I was younger, like when the RC was released, I fell in love with it. You know, the wide body. I saw a red one online. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have that car one day, right? And as time went on, the RCF got more and more obtainable as I like progressed in my career, which is a godsend, right? But so instead of RC, I went ahead and got the RCF. Now, I actually was on the fence between the Lexus RCF and the M4. Overall, I just couldn't make sense of the M4 and the pricing behind it. I get all my cars used, right? Not really keen on a brand new car due to depreciation, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Went to a BMW dealership one time, beautiful white on red configuration with the carbon fiber roof, which is clearly a must for me, right? And they said for a 5-year warranty, which is limited by 10,000 miles through the factory, it was $77,250. Weird number. And they said you must have all your maintenance done through BMW for it to be valid. I said, that's different. I only own, you know, Japanese cars. Like, that's completely different to me. And it's like, well, we also offer a maintenance package that covers everything. I'm like, okay, how much is that? $1,300. I'm like, okay, thanks. And that kind of just was the nail in the coffin for me. It's a beautiful car, but I just couldn't make that make sense, right? I just couldn't make it make sense in the stage of my life that I'm in right now. So I stuck with my first choice, even after a lot of debate. I stuck with my first choice of the RCF. My heart was in the RCF, and that's why I got it. I love the styling. I love the performance aspect of it. And I feel like a lot of people give the RCF a bad name, and a lot of it is due to ignorance. Oh, it's a heavy car. Oh, it's slower than the M4 and the competition. First of all, while this may be true, one man in a review said, and this really resonated with me because it applied to me, right? So he said that one doesn't buy an RCF because it's the best in its class. One buys the RCF simply because they want to. And I was that case, right? I love the styling, as mentioned, the technology, torque vectoring differential was, I don't know, it appealed to me, right? I like that control. I love the precision. And just overall a beautiful car. And the main thing behind it was I could get this car with this amount of performance with the entire Toyota Lexus brand name, quality engineering behind it. Not the Supra, that's another video, but I felt comfortable about the reliability and just the bang for the buck, right? The M4 would have been, questionable about the, longevity, or when is something going to break, how long will this last before I had to pay a $25,000 engine. And Lexus, having owned a Lexus in the past, is just not the case. I'm confident in the brand. I'm confident I can keep this until I'm ready to get rid of it, whenever that may be. And yeah, I really do like the car. But back to my original mention, I kind of got off on a tangent. A lot of people discount this car due to the weight. And yeah, it may be heavy, but on track comparisons, it's about a second difference. And I made a comment in the forums or the Facebook group. They're like, oh, you never raced. You know what a second is? I said, that's beside the point I'm making. For the Lexus on paper to be that much lacking compared to the M4 and its competition, it fares quite well. And the truth of the matter is, you're not racing M4s every day. If you're racing them every day, then shit, get an M4, right? But from a daily driving perspective, which is what my car is, it's polished, it's reliable. I know it's not going to leave me on the side of the road. And I truly love this car. This is everything that I was looking in the car, and there's room for growth. A lot of people will say, oh, there's no performance upgrades for it, no aftermarket stuff. When you put it in perspective, when it's engineered from the manufacturer directly at pretty much optimum power, I appreciate that, right? While I'm a car guy, I don't necessarily enjoy like slaving to make the car faster, native, naturally aspirated, it's pretty much at peak, with a few little efficiency improvements, which Rafi from RR Racing provides, and that's why I have that. But overall, do you really want a car that you can, well, I won't ask that, because some people do love tuners. But me, on the other hand, I want something that's going to work the way it's going to work until I'm ready for it not to work. Meaning, if I want to go force injection. Yeah, I really meant to say induction, but whatever. With the supercharger, I can, easily surprise a lot of people, including Hellcats, especially on the track. So next time you hear someone talk about, oh, the RCF is slow, just know it's polished, it's built to perform the way it is, and it's reliable. As mentioned, if you don't want an RCF, don't get one, simply put. But for me, on the other hand, it's a great car. I really do enjoy it, and I see myself in this for a long time, for sure. So that's the quick review of my RCF. As you can see, I speak very highly of the car, the vehicle, very polished, and if you're thinking about getting one, don't think about it too hard, just get it. You'll like it. If you don't, sell it. I can't tell you what to do, but as mentioned, this is the introduction of Elijah's channel, the RCF in the back, and hopefully I can get some more good input or content on this channel. So if you have any suggestions, don't flame my comments, just message me. I'm always open for feedback and help, because I do the same for someone else. So talk to y'all soon.